today we are going to go over with another top 10 list of the top 10 scary locations that we have explored here on this channel. With that being said, let's go ahead and get to this creepiness. And at number 10, we've got the Gila Gorge, located right outside of Shoshone, California. This place, back in the 1920s, the miners had built rooms and garages underground into a side of the mountain. Now this was back when they had a silver booming area. As far as the history, that's as much as I was able to find for that. But nonetheless, it was a really cool sign. We went over here during the night. We actually checked out the cemetery that was right across the way too. Definitely had a creepy feeling coming here. At number 9, we have got Cooney's Tomb. Cooney Tomb was a sergeant back near Alma, New Mexico. He came to the area to do some mining, and they actually ended up being murdered by some Apache Indians. His body was then placed into this actual tomb, which is also ended up having, I believe, a couple of his sons were also buried in the tomb. And next to it, there's a couple sites of another couple graves, one being Charlie Clark. This was kind of amazing. This was out in the middle of nowhere. Didn't expect to run across this place, but boy was it creepy. Going there at night when I did some paranormal equipment, just knowing that there's a tomb with bodies in it, there's just something about that just got me going. And at number 8, we have the International Car Museum of the Last Church, located outside of Goldfield, Nevada. Now this place was pretty cool. I ended up over here about 2-3 in the morning. Apparently they have a lot of people, artists from around the world that come in and they just tag up these cars. They have them just buried in the dirt, some with the cars trunks in the ground, and some of the hoods are in the ground. They got some double stacked on top of each other, a couple vans in there that were pretty cool. I'm really glad we caught this. A lot of people haven't seen this, but boy was that creepy at night as well. And at number 7, we have the Grafton Cemetery, located outside of a ghost town, just outside of Zion National Park. This was pretty cool. We went and checked out the ghost town during the day, and by the time we got over to the cemetery, that ended up being at night. Now at number 6, we have the abandoned youth camp located on Indian Reservation. The story of this place was a little girl fell into a well, and obviously she unfortunately passed away. That's the only history I was able to find. So as far as something being haunted, we went back there at night. We had definitely a lot of stuff come through. I don't know, it being on Indian Reservation, we had some nice spirits coming through, some nasty sounding spirits coming through, and it was an epic explore with the snow and everything else going on. But that was also a really creepy place that we got a lot of responses from. And at number 5, we've got the Slaughterhouse Canyon, located outside of Kingman, Arizona. The story of this place, in this canyon, there was a family of 2 kids, the wife and the husband. The husband went out to mine or hunt to look for food or some way to provide for their family. Well, one day he never returned. The kids starved and just started completely going crazy and driving their mother mad. Eventually, the mother drove herself mad and cut up both of her kids. I said cut up both of her kids. That is the story and the legend of the Slaughterhouse Canyon. I also pulled out the echo box there, necrophonics, spirit box, and did a couple of things there. Definitely had that creepy feelness to it. And late at night, you can actually hear the children screaming. At number 4, we have the Apache Death Cave, where in 1878, the Navajo attacked the Apaches for the Apaches kidnapping a couple of their women. The Navajo went looking for the Apache and felt smoke and a lot of heat coming from these caverns off the ground. With that being said, the Navajo went ahead and cut the Apaches' horses' throats and stuffed them into the crevices of the entrance to the cave, where all 42 Apaches suffocated right then and there in the cave. Ever since then, they say that there are a lot of the spirits are still wandering around there. And when we went there ourselves, I definitely felt that presence there. I went in there with the echo box and crawled all the way into the cave, located in Two Guns, Arizona. So if you ever get the chance, be respectful and go ahead and give it a visit. At number 3, we have the Haunted Clown Motel of Tonopah, Nevada. It shares the same parking lot with the Tonopah Cemetery. A lot of other YouTubers have been to this location, and they have evidence of body parts of the clowns moving. When I went there myself, we took a walk through the motel, and we saw blinds moving by themselves. We went into the front office and seen all the clowns and the figures they have sitting up front. Oh, that gives you a real eerie feeling. If you don't like clowns, I don't recommend going here. But if you're stopping through and you love haunted stuff and creepy clowns, make sure and go and check it out. They have filmed multiple movies here as well. Definitely creepy. And at number 2, we have the Grand Canyon Caverns Ghost Walk. This is a paranormal tour that you take later at night. They shut all the lights off at night and you just walk in there with your equipment. Luckily, I was able to go there by myself with just the guide because I was the only one for that tour. As we were going through, you definitely feel the presence down there. You can feel the little girl down there that we got a lot of responses from. She was sitting there playing games with us. It was pretty crazy. They had instruments up there, and the instruments were getting played, like the guitar was being strummed and stuff like that. We had a lot of voices coming through. Saw a few shadows in there. That was definitely creepy, being 600 feet underground doing a paranormal ghost tour. Oh my gosh, TV has also been in there, and I believe he stayed at the haunted little suite that they have in there, which is actually pretty cool. Definitely a creep vector. Go check it out if you're ever in the Grand Canyon Caverns area. And last but not least, at number 1, we have the 1910 Haunted Gila Jail. This was a crazy one where I met up with a couple of good friends. They invited me along. We went through, we did a lights out session. We turned all the lights out. And we went to all 3-4 stories of this jail. This was amazing. We got everything from shadow figures, we got voices. We had jail cells slamming closed on us, behind us. I've never experienced something like this until now, and that was a pretty amazing experience. When I went up there, I found a coffin that I really got some creepy effects from. We went to the women's dormitory. We did all kinds of stuff in there, and I definitely recommend going and check that out. For any of you that haven't seen any of these videos, all the descriptions are linked down below, so make sure and go check all these videos out if you'd like to see how these locations are. Also, smash that like button, leave a comment down below if you guys would like anything different with these videos. If you did like it, if you didn't like it, I appreciate every single one of you for watching, and we will see you on the next top 10 video or adventure.